Yeah, I was scrolling through some comments on one of my crazy videos that the ex I have, I think, videos about sometimes, or actually not videos about her, but about my experiences with her. Uh, yeah, someone asked a comment and said like, "Hey, whatever happened with this? Blah blah blah, that restraining order deal." Well, yeah, it's a good question. I actually did what I planned on doing and counter filed a restraining order. So now we're going to court in about 5 days for my restraining order, which is basically what I was trying to do all along. I just kind of got a hiccup, but it's okay. She got a restraining order on me, but I fucked up because I didn't have it served properly or the evidence was fucked up. I don't know. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Which is why I didn't even bother to fucking defend myself really at the trial because it was just a stepping stone in order to get mine against her. I had to wait, and I did. And she took the bait, and I got it. And now that's all I wanted the entire time. It was a lot of work. I could have done it. I found out I could have done it in a different route, but here I am. What I wanted to do. Me, pedestal, her, judge, and even the added bonus now, mom. So now I get to expose her to people, including all of the people around her that control her life, that are in a position of authority over her, are now about to know who she really is. And the best part is I have the evidence. And the crying and he fucking beat me, it's not going to work. It's not going to work when I show the fact that she accused me of rape. And she's going to tell it. Unless she's going to say that the police officer is lying. I'd love her to do it. So she's got to admit to that. Unless she's fucking really stupid, which she knows. I'd love it if she does though, because that would just be bonus. So you accuse an innocent man of rape, whether he gets in trouble or not. No one's gonna believe anything you say. That's just the bottom line of it. And she's got domestic violence on her record, and I've got massive amounts of evidence saying that she was abusive. Pictures, those things that where they go. Oh shit, they're over there somewhere. Those things that cops like to see as evidence, and courts like to see as evidence. The thing that you have nothing of is pictures, or even a police statement, or a witness, or she has zero evidence. So she's expecting the courts are gonna believe anything she says. When I have evidence to say that she lied on the restraining order, not just about that stupid job thing, but that's not stupid. And now I know why she lied. Anyway, I got evidence to show that she lied on both restraining orders, written testimonies, pictures, police reports, all saying that she's a fucking lying, malicious, cheating, fucking scandalous bitch, and her days are done. Her days are done. And I hope her mom starts to realize this. And I know it's convenient to paint me as a bad guy, right? Because if I didn't make her fucking crazy, that means her mom did. And how do you make somebody crazy in a year when they were crazy when they showed up at my doorstep when our first date? She ran off with my friend as soon as I left and went and fucked him in a car. That should tell you everything you need to know, right? That this person has serious issues. But anyway, I'm where I wanted to be, which is on the pedestal. I'm up to bat now. First time I've ever been up to bat in court with her. And I get to bat in front of her mom. So her mom gets to watch me knock this fucking homeowner out of the park and cry with her daughter because I'm going to sue them too. And the restitution is going to be upwards of $5,000. I'm pushing for 10. Well, actually, I'm not. My lawyer is. And I did give retainer lawyers. Works on a contingency. So obviously she wants as much money as possible so she gets paid. That's how these lawyers work. Unless you want to fork out a lot of money. Which I don't. I have my own money, but I did put down a deposit. It doesn't matter. I mean, I got plenty of money to do this. We're not talking a hard case, and lawyers won't take a case on contingency unless they're pretty confident they have a winning case that they can get paid. So that's coming next. That is for the final, ninth inning. Right now we're in about the third, but this is where it gets really ugly for her because she had like a one hit, which she doesn't even realize because they're too stupid that I wanted it to happen, not necessarily them to get a restraining order. Well, actually, no, I did want them to get the restraining order. I didn't expect that they would win. I wanted this scenario to happen, which is me on the pedestal. Because if it wasn't for the fact, I didn't quite have enough to get her to get a restraining order on her. Not to do it without originally, but now I do. And so now I'm up to bat. So they don't understand how chess works. Sometimes you have to sacrifice a few pawns in order to advance your queen, in order to put yourself in position for checkmate. Right now, it's not quite mate, but it's looking really bad. It's like you're about to, like you have a knight's pin where you fork a king and a queen. That's basically where we're at. and obviously you gotta, you have to lose a queen, and now the rooks are gonna come in the knights, and it's gonna be over. But yeah, so I'm excited. That goes down on Wednesday. I can't really say too much, but yeah, the lawyer is not coming to this restraining order thing. What she did is help me organize something that they call evidence, which is something she has zero of. So for in a year that I was supposedly physically abusing her and beat her, she has no pictures, no papers, no police reports, no witnesses, nothing. And on top of that, I have evidence that she accused me of rape. I have evidence that she was physically abusive. I have police reports. I have pictures. I have witnesses. I have written letters of other people. And she's got zero. Too bad for her. This is what police and courts tend to like to see. Hold on. Typically when you go to court, or something, you're accusing somebody of something really serious, like physical abuse or something like that. Typically you have a lot of evidence, forms, court papers, a lot of fucking evidence, right? You have a lot of evidence, which I do. A shit ton of evidence, and I had my lawyer help me organize it all. So now I can present it to the judge, all numbered and neat and stuff. And then another thing, police and courts really like to have things called pictures. Ooh, look, that's a good one. My arm, remember doing that one? Stabbed me in the wrist when you crawled through that window. That's a pretty good one too. Came out pretty good. Yeah, Of course, I think you've already seen this one. Yeah, but I had it better quality picture. It's like it's a photograph now. It's not just a piece of paper. And I have some new ones that I was able to dig up. Out of all those emails that you thought you deleted, you didn't. Well, you did, but I had them saved on the cloud, backed up, and I got on these guys. These are cool too, huh? And I have more, but these are the only ones I got with me. Yeah, police love that shit. Courts love that shit. And they also like to see little girls cry when they get a serious sentence in their probation extended. These domestic violence classes started over because clearly you didn't learn anything, because now you just think you're a victim. And community service to rape classes, intervention classes, women's battery, shelters for domestic violence, community service at all those, because clearly you don't know what it's like to be raped. Clearly you don't know what rape is. You can't discern that from consensual sex. Clearly you don't know what it's like to be physically abused. So let's have her do 100 hours at a women's battery shelter, domestic violence shelter. It's coming, and I'm only giving you bits and pieces of it just to titilize you. I want you to remember one thing, Crazie, or Crazie will remember one thing if she ever watches this, which she may or may not. It doesn't matter. But I told Crazie that I would, if she ever betrayed me again, cheated on me again, she'd be sorry. And now she's got to be sorry. And all legally, all on the up and up. No need to do anything else. She did it to herself. And this is going to haunt her for the rest of her life. So, congratulations, Crazie. If she ever sees this, remember, I told you so, what would happen. And also remember, you could have even still stopped this, even recently, if you would have had the balls to call me and apologize and just come clean. But you didn't. Instead, you pushed the envelope, and now you're trying, in desperation, to try to get me, people to discredit me by trying to get me in trouble with this restraining order. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You already filed that false police report. Guess what? They're coming after you next. I showed them the evidence, and they have no interest in what you have to say, except to prosecute you, or the police, that is. But that's coming. They don't know how to, though. They're like, we haven't busted anybody for a false police report. Showed them the evidence, which I'd love to show you, but we're going to have to say that for trial. And all that evidence is in the mail. You've been served. She's been served, so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a fun week, and to follow. I'll let you guys know what happened. But the bottom line is, it really doesn't matter, even if what happens. The restraining order is a goal. It's an ends to a means. It's a means to an end, and the end is a civil suit, which is on its way. And yeah, I'm expected. It doesn't matter over the money. It's the principle of it. Although the money's always nice, but yeah. So that's the goal plan. There's restraining orders. Who gives a fuck? I don't want to talk to her anyway. But it's most likely just going to get dismissed. That's what they tend to do when they lying.